listeners and viewers, welcome to Kaduna State Ministry of Education Radio and TV e-learning program designed for our SS3 and other students staying at home due to the coronavirus pandemic. The present administration, under the able leadership of His Excellency, Malam Nasir Ahmed El-Rufai, is positioned, as always, to ensure that under his leadership, our students are not left behind in all areas of human endeavors, especially education. Kaduna State is the center of learning. Therefore, we want to ensure that our students excel in their forthcoming examinations and beyond. Students and other learners at home are given this opportunity in order to continue learning, as education is a continuous process. Different subjects will be taught in this program to assist students to perform excellently in the forthcoming Senior School Certificate examination being conducted by NECO and WAEC as soon as schools reopen. Teachers making presentations will always provide their names and phone numbers during each presentation, and they can be contacted for questions, further explanations, and/or clarifications. The following numbers and contacts can also be reached for expression of any concern or observation: 090-865-00545 or 080-383-62072. Our website is www.education.kdsg.gov.ng. Our email, education@kdsg.gov.ng or education.kdsg@gmail.com. Our YouTube channel, Ministry of Education, Kaduna State. Our Twitter handle, @Kaduna_MOE. Or our Facebook page, Ministry of Education, Kaduna State. Stay safe, stay at home, and learn well. Thank you, happy listening, and happy viewing.
Good day, viewers and learners at home. I am Blessing Ayuba Samson. I'm your financial accounting teacher. I'm here again today on this platform, e-learning in Kaduna State. Our topic for today is public sector accounting. Our topic for today is public sector accounting. The outline of my topic is definition of public sector accounting, definition of government accounting, users of government accounting system, purpose of government accounting, distinction between government accounting and commercial accounting. What is public sector accounting? Public sector accounting can be defined as a process of recording, analyzing, and interpreting the financial transactions of government. Public sector accounting is a process of recording, analyzing, and interpreting the financial transactions of government. Public sector accounting can also be said to be government accounting, which will bring us to the definition of government accounting. Government accounting shows the receipts and disbursements of public funds in all levels of government. Government accounting shows the receipts and disbursement of funds in all levels of government. Now, government accounting is the receipt and disbursement of government of all funds. I will give you an explanation on that. When we say receipt, is what comes into government, the income that comes, and how it is being dispersed to all levels of government. Then we'll go further to talk about accounting, government accounting system. What is the definition of government accounting system? Government accounting system, this is a system of accountability through which all revenues of the nation is being used. Government accounting system, it is a system of accountability through which all revenue of the nation is being used. Under the government accounting system, we'll talk about self-accounting units. Self-accounting units. What is self-accounting unit? It is a ministry, or we can say an extra ministry, which has full control over all its accounting record. Self-accounting is a ministry which has full control over all its accounting record. It is a unit which keeps above and below the line record completely. This ministry has full control. This ministry has total control of its accounts. It doesn't write any voucher. It has been given the power to do its accounts and to pay off whatever bill in that ministry. Examples of these ministries are ministries of finance, ministries of education, ministry of works, and office of the Auditor General of the Federation. These accounts, these examples, are ministries that have full control over all its account records. Secondly, we have the sub-self accounting unit. The sub-self accounting unit. It is a unit that keeps an incomplete record of the above and below the line records with an approval to spend money. It is a ministry that keeps an incomplete record of above and below the line records with an approval to spend money. You can see that when you talk about self-accounting units, they have total control of their accounts, while the sub-self, they have incomplete control. They need approval to spend. Examples of this ministry is the Federal Pay Office, located in each state of the Federation. The Federal State Office, located in each state of the Federation. Then thirdly, we have the non-self accounting. We have the non-self accounting. It is a unit that keeps an incomplete record of above the line and complete record of below the line. It is a unit that keeps an incomplete record and of above the line and complete record of below the line. It has no control whatsoever of its accounting records. You can be able to differentiate between these three. The first one, which is self-accounting unit, has a total control of its accounts, while the second one has to have an approval before it can spend any fund allocated to its department. Here, it has a incomplete record of above the line and complete record of below the line. Whatsoever, it does not have any control over its accounting records. An example is the Code of Bureau in the state. Code of Conduct, Bureau in a state. Then we go to the fourth one, below the line accounts. Below the line accounts. Below the line accounts. It is an account credited and controlled by the Accountant General of the Federation. Below the line account is an account credited and it's controlled by the Accountant General of the Federation. So the expenditure there in this account is not budgeted for. In this case, expenditure and income or receipts are is not ascertained. Because this account is not prepared for. It's just an account credited for unforeseen circumstances. And the person that takes charge of this account is the Accountant General of the Federation. In this kind of account, reasonable calculation of expenditure and income cannot be ascertained because it has no budget. Then fifthly, above the line accounts. Above the line accounts. It is the expenditure budgeted for in the amount of income receivable as well as expenditure incurable. Above the line is an account that has been budgeted for. A plan has been made for this account. So, whatever income is to be received will be stated. Expenditure to be incurred is already known because it has been planned for. Examples are personal costs such as salaries, remunerations of workers, annual running costs, and other overheads. It is yearly planned, quarterly planned, and so it is reasonably ascertained. The difference between the below the line net accounts and above the line account is that one, which is below the line account, is controlled by the Accountant General and it is not budgeted for. It is not budgeted for. While the above the line is being budgeted for. So the difference is one is budgeted for and the other is not what budgeted for. Then we have users of government accounting. users of government accounting. The president, government, and local government chairman. They are users of government accounting in the sense that the president, the government, and the local governments, they expect tax returns and they expect to see proper accounting process for funds being allocated to ministries and departments. Then we have the government advisors. They need the budget, and they are users of accounting information so that they can be able to advise the government on the wise decision to take. Then we have administrators of government departments. Administrators of government departments. Each government department, each ministry has their administrators. They use government accounting to administer and make decisions in their office and also make decisions in total in the economy. Then we have the general public. The general public too are users of government accounting. The general public are users of government accounting. With government accounting, they can know if the government is really doing what it has budgeted for, if projects are carried out, if there will be unemployment or there will be employment in the country. Then we have the foreign governments. The foreign governments. The foreign governments are also users of government accounting. They are users in the sense that before any government, or like foreign government, we can say IMF, World Bank, before they can give loan, they will need to know the account of a country. Then we have the foreign investors. Foreign investors are the capital makers of every country. Foreign investors are capital makers of every country. Before an investor will come and invest in your country, he has to know that whatever he's investing in is secure. Before an investor will come to invest in your country, he will make sure by using the accounting records that whatever he's coming to invest is secure. Then the banks can also be the creditors and the lenders. Before a bank can lend, it is important that they know the accounting information so that they can be able to know what to give, what to lend out or not to lend out or how to lend out. They should be able to have the statistics of your assets and what your liability to be able to lend out what you can pay back. Banks cannot just lend without knowing that you can be able to pay back. Then we have purpose of government accounting. Why government accounting? To serve as a basis for government planning. To serve as a basis for government planning. Government planning. Then number 2, to depict the sources of government revenue. That means to make an outline of how the revenues of government is to be allocated. To show the basis of disbursements of government revenue. To show how revenue has been allocated to 3 tiers of government, to ministries, to departments, and to the nation at large. To serve as a control instrument and decision making. The purpose of government is to serve as a control instrument and decision making. How will this be effective? By controlling what you spend. By controlling what you spend. To give evidence of financial accountability. Whatever has been received, whatever has been used from the funds that government has given, accountability must be sure. That is the purpose of government accounting. We have distinction between government accounting and commercial accounting. Distinction between government accounting and commercial accounting. Government accounting is public accounts. Commercial accounting is private accounts. You can see the table divided into 2. On the other side is government accounting, while on this side is commercial accounting. It can also be said to be private accounting. Students, they may ask you that you should give the differences between public and private accounting. It is the same with government accounting and commercial accounting. First, Government is to provide goods and services at reasonable prices to the people. Government provides goods and services at reasonable prices to the people, while the private sector, which is also the commercial, they maximize profits. They sell goods and services to make profits. Secondly, government provides products without discrimination. Government provides products without discrimination. They do not select who to sell their products to, but in commercial business, which is also the private business, enterprises concentrate on those who can pay. If you cannot pay, you cannot come to where the commercial do their business. But government give us at a very good price. Then thirdly, government account is governed by the constitution of the country. Government account is governed by the constitution of the country. The constitution of the country is where rules and regulations of the country is set. So all government transaction is in the constitution. On the other side, commercial is governed by CAMA of 1990. CAMA is Company Allied Matters Act of 1990. They have their rules and regulations of how private and commercial organizations should do their business. Number 4, government reports to the general public. Government reports to the general public. They report their accounts. Whatever they are doing, the general public are aware. When governments want to allocate funds to the 3 tiers of government, you find that it's all over the media houses. When governments are planning their budgets, it is all over the media houses. But in the commercial sector, they only report their shareholders or the boards of directors. Then we have 5, cost of assets. The cost of assets bought in the government organization is written off in the year of purchase. That year that the asset is being bought, it is written off. It is written off, it is cancelled. But in commercial, they spread their asset over the useful life, which can be 4 or 5 years. Then, government derive revenue. Government derive their revenue through taxation, fines, and grants. Government derive their revenue through taxations, fines from foreign bodies, and grants. In the commercial section, revenue is derived through the buying of goods and services, through the sales of goods and services. In today's topic, in summary, we define public sector accounting. I said public sector accounting can be defined as the process of recording, analyzing, and interpreting financial transactions of the government. In public sector accounting, because it is government, everything has to be in a detailed form. How funds receipts, disbursements, deposition of funds and government properties are stated in public sector accounting. Then we went ahead to define government accounting. Government accounting is where it shows us the receipt and disbursement of government funds through all levels of government. We talked about government accounting system, where accountability is being shown. Where accountability is being shown. We have one, self-accounting units. The self-accounting unit. I told you earlier that it is a ministry which has full control over its accounts. Self-accounting unit is a ministry that has full control over its accounts. It does not prepare a voucher. It pays its bill. And examples of these ministries are the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Works, and the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation. We went ahead to talk about self-accounting units. It is a unit that keeps an incomplete record of above and below the line. This unit has to have permission, approval to spend money, while the self-accounting does not need an approval because it has full control over its accounts. Examples of self is Federal Pay Office, which is located in all states of the Federation. You can see that in all states of the Federation, we have 111 each of a federal government office. different federal government offices are located in all states of the Federation. Then we have non-accounting, non-self-accounting. It is a unit that keeps an incomplete record of above the line and complete record of below the line. It has no control over its accounting records. It has no control. It doesn't need approval. It doesn't have control. Example is Code of Conduct Bureau in a state. Example is Code of Conduct Bureau in a state. Below the line accounts. Below the line accounts, it is an account credited and controlled by the Accountant General of the Federation. It is an account that is credited and controlled by the Accountant General of the Federation. The expenditure under this account is not budgeted for, so it cannot be reasonably ascertained because it is always kept for unforeseen circumstances. Then we have above the line accounts. This is an account that has been budgeted for. It has been budgeted for. The income to be received and expenses to be incurred has been made plan for. Examples are personal costs, annual running costs, and other overheads, which are salaries, remunerations, how ministries and departments, repairs, rents are already stated in the budget. Then we have the users of government accounting. One, the president, the governors, and the local government chairmen. Tax are being collected. The government, the local government, and the state governments have to have an account of tax collected. Government advisors, they are users of government accounting so that they can be able to advise they can be able to give the government the right advice. Administrators of government departments. Then we have the general public. We also have the foreign governments and the foreign investors, which must make sure that there is stability before they can invest in any business in the country. They will make sure that their business should be secure before they can be able to invest. Then we talk about the banks. The banks can be creditors and they are also lenders. Before a bank can lend money, it should be able to know if it's lending to who can pay. If you cannot pay a certain amount, you'll be given what you can pay. They have to have a statement of your assets and liability to be able to lend to you. Purpose of government accounting. It serves as a basis for planning. Government accounting is the basis for planning. To depict the sources of government's revenue shows the basis of disbursement of government funds, how funds are being shared to each levels of government or departments, to serve as a control instrument and decision making, to give evidence of financial accountability. How? If money is being disbursed or funds are being allocated, there must be accountability. Then we have the distinction between the government accounting and the commercial accounting. Government provides goods and services at a reasonable price, while the private sector maximizes profits. Government provides products without discrimination, choosing who and who to sell to, but the private, they concentrate on who can pay. Government account is governed by the constitution of the country, which has all the regulations to be followed, while the commercial is governed by CAMA of 1990, Company Allied Matters Act. Government report to the general public, commercial report to shareholders. The cost of assets is written off in the year of purchase, while in commercial it is spread over the useful years. Government derive their revenue through grants, fines, and taxation, while revenue is derived from sales of goods and services in the private organization. Before I go, I'm leaving with you two assignments, which are: give 4 differences between government and commercial accounting. List 9 users of government accounting. 1. Give 4 differences between government and commercial accounting. List 9 users of government accounting. Give 4, I'll say it again, the third time so that you can be able to grab and send me your messages. One of the assignments I'm giving to you, give 4 differences between government and commercial accounting. Give 4 differences between government and commercial accounting. 2. List 9 users of government accounting. 2. List 9 users of government accounting. In case of any explanation, questions that you need to know, you can call or text me via WhatsApp or send a message through my number, which is 081-8269-2515. 081-8269-2515. I remain Blessing Ayuba Samson.